Hey guys, Steve Welch here again with Beeman Toyota in Nashville. I had a lot of people ask me about the setup for the Highlander. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a little bit on the inside here and a few things that the Highlander has that if you had a less than perfect salesperson, they might not have let you know. So this is there's a lot of things that people don't know that these cars can do trucks can do that are pretty amazing. Um, there's a lot of things that you can adjust on the vehicle, including when the doors lock, when the lights come up. These vehicles even have Doppler radar. So I'm going to show you a little bit more about it, kind of get over into it here. Now this is a limited version. Now the XLE and your other versions will be similar, but we'll kind of get some idea here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of just take this one how it was and just show you how I can adjust things. So I'll just kind of start over here first off. You'll see on your lights here, you got your automatic. So that turns your automatic lights on. Now, in order to set up your safety sense, which will turn on your bright lights for you, what you do is this right here pushes forward, and then you hit this button. That right there, what that does is that makes your headlights turn on and off automatically, and your bright lights turn on and off automatically. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut this here so I'll get this screen off in the center here. On your center screen, that's all controlled right here, so you can go up or down. So if you're on the I screen, the I screen is considered information. So you'll look like this one. It says range 171 miles, after reset 22. You can change those things. I'll show you how to do that in a second. So you can change what they show. But you can also see there's other screens that we've got here. Eco indicator. If it's an all-wheel drive, this will show your all-wheel drive control, which will also show how much power is going to the wheels, if it's equal to the front and back, if you got a little more to the front. It always tries to default to front wheel drive, so you'll usually get a little bit of the all-wheel drive in there, but until you need it, it doesn't come. I suggest not having this particular screen up because you'll be tempted to look at it. If you look at it, then it's going to it could possibly distract you, so definitely don't do that if you don't have to. There's your sway warning. It'll see how many times you cross the line. If you do it too much, it'll tell you it might be time to take a break. This is just a blank screen, so if you don't want anything up there, you can go without anything there. All right, so now we're coming back in here. Now I'm going to hit this back button just to show you what I was talking about first. This is your settings. This is the the little gear that you got right up top there. So this stands for lane departure alert. You can turn it on or turn it off here. You can adjust all of this if you want to. You can make whether it has steering assist or not, so it can just be a departure without the steering assist. You can make it a different sensitivity, and that sway warning, you can shut that off if you don't want it on, and then how sensitive that is, of course. I'm going to hit back here, and we'll come. This is the pre-collision system. You can change whether it's on or off. I always suggest leaving it on. It's not going to bother you if it's on. The only time you'll notice it's there is if you need it. This is the sensitivity to when it would actually engage. Just leave that in the middle. That's about where you need it. This is blind spot monitor. And you'll also notice on the bottom here you have the blind spot monitor BSM, and the icon to the right of the BSM is your lane departure alert that's on. But if you see, I'm going to turn the side on here. That is your blind spot monitor. And what I just did was turn this off and then turned it on. You'll also have a rear cross traffic alert, which will use your blind spot monitor, and it will alert either side that somebody's coming on. Power mode, this is if you're in you'll be in an eco mode regardless. So if if it notices you don't need as much power, it'll go into an eco mode. If it notices that you mash the gas, it'll go into a power mode. This right here makes power on all the time. There's no need to do that. Just leave it in eco mode, you'll be fine. Stop and start. What the stop and start is, and it shows you can do it extended, or you can do a standard here. So if you do the extended, it will actually reduce what the AC does for you while you're start-stop mode. Now, some people don't like that the vehicle will do the start-stop mode, which is that it will turn off the engine at a stoplight. If you don't like it, you can hit this button right here, as soon as you hit this button, you'll get this little A off, which is right down here. If that's off, then your start-stop mode is disabled. Now, the one thing that some people don't like is you have to disable it every time, or it will revert to that. But to get the maximum amount of fuel mileage, it will revert to being on. Now you can change language, units, all that. Definitely change units. You want to change it to kilometers, you can do stuff like that. So there's your eco, which is on. Now this is where you can actually change these settings. So you come in here and you can see it's got current type, bar type, so average fuel. You can do it after refuel, which is what I like. So you can change how it looks, and you can go into each one of these and change different things. So all those initial screens that I was talking about, and that will allow you to change those. So your pop-up display, it just shows that you've got the display for like when you're turning and stuff like that. Color, you can change the color of your screens. So your different colors are up there. Most people tend to like blue. You can also have a speed warning. So you can get a caution or that, and it will do a speed warning based off of what the speed limit is in that area, which is kind of cool too. Then you can go back to default settings. So this is the screens that you change with those. So now if you see, this shows range, and then it says after reset, which is how I like there. Or sorry, hang on, let me go. So there, so your current miles per gallon, and then after refuel is right there. You change that after reset, changes that to the other one. So there's your compass. If you go to the right, which I'm hitting this button to the right here, your radio, you can control it there. That's when you turn on your cruise control in that, you'll get your radar ready. That's just kind of showing you there, and it'll light up those lines for you. There's your start-stop duration. No messages. This is where it would say it's time for an oil change, or if there's something imperative on the vehicle, it'll let you know that there. So that's your basic part there. I'm going to end this video right now. I'll have a part 2 here in a second. I don't want to make them too long. So this is the general spot here. The part 2 will be on the radio, and I will have that here in a second. By the way, while I'm right here, I do want to show you, this is right here is your presets for your chair. Press and hold for 3 seconds on those. Once that's done, hit that, you'll hear that beep, and you've set your chair to where the spot is. But look for number 2 here in just a second, and we'll show you the radio system and your AC system.